Hi everybody.
Hello.
This is How to Rap Part 2. The hard part, the graduation project slash workshop with me, Daxton, in a second. If you guys have questions at any time, please feel free to raise your hand and I will answer them because I will be going through a lot and we'll see. So first off, as I said, this lesson is the difficult part, and when I say difficult, I mean difficult if that picture of the Boss Baby doesn't tell you how difficult it is, then I don't know it will. You may be wondering like, oh, what's so difficult? Soulja Boy raps, you know, it seems pretty easy for him. Well, I'm not going to teach you how to be Soulja Boy. I'm going to teach you how to be like these guys. That's Eminem, Kendrick Lamar, Earl Sweatshirt. They're like some of my favorite rappers. And I'm going to pretty much teach you, like I taught you the basics of rap last time and like a little bit of flow, but I'm going to teach you more how to flow like them. And if you remember from the last class, flow was like cadence and rhythm over the beat. And yeah, and it's way harder to do that. And that's what like sort of separates them from the other artists that can just rap, but like that's about it, like not necessarily that well. So today I'm going to try to teach you guys about song structure, bar count mostly, multi-syllable rhyme scheme, assonance, that's my favorite is assonance, alliteration, and wordplay. And most of these things are to spice up your flow, but bar count is just more like musical knowledge and song structure, and wordplay doesn't enhance your flow, it enhances your raps, like your lyrics more than anything. So first let's get into song structure, okay? So song structure goes, this is like sort of a rough copy of what song structure is. You might have like maybe a little intro, like a little instrumental intro. People may say like a little bit, they won't start rapping. And there might be a verse and then a chorus, which is a few bars of rapping that might be repeated or singing depending on who you are. Another verse, then the repeated chorus, then the last verse and the last chorus. And this can be switched up sometimes, like sometimes there may only be two verses. Sometimes the chorus might go first and then there's a verse, but for the most part, it's this. So a chorus is pretty easy because like they're like in all songs, but you may be wondering, okay, well what's a verse? Well, a verse is normally consisted of 16 bars of rapping. Normally on the radio, if you hear a rap song, then an entire verse would be 16 bars. You may be wondering, okay, well, what's the bar? Well, if you're into music, this will be easier for you. If you're not into music, then this might be a little harder to grasp, but I think anybody can get it because I don't play an instrument. I've got it. So a bar is a measure. And so you're going to be looking at bars when it comes to the instrumental, like whatever beat you use. That's what pretty much constitutes like the lyrical bars, like the rap. So a bar is a measure, and a measure consists of 4 counts. And when it comes to a beat, every second and fourth count normally has a snare. So you may be wondering, okay, well what's a count? What's a snare? So I'm going to show you guys a beat, and I'm going to walk you through this. Bob your head with me, okay? Just bob your head to the beat. Okay, so that, every single time you bob your head, that's a count. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 1, 2, 3, 4. If you notice, every second count and fourth count has this sort of like clap-like drum as a snare. Not all snares sound alike, but it's going to sound sort of like a clap. So if you notice like, you hear a little sort of that's the snare. So that's how you sort of know that you're doing it at the right count. Because you might end up wanting to do it like slower, like. But you realize that the snares don't fall in this second and fourth count. So that's how you know you're going in the right counts if the drums fall in line with your head nod. And every 4 counts is a bar. So 1, 2, 3, bar, 1, 2, 3, bars. So whatever you rap within those 4 counts counts as a bar. So if I went like My name is Dax, and I'm teaching a lesson. That's a bar. And you pretty much do that, and normal verse has that go 16 times. So that's what pretty much a bar is, and that's why the phrase spitting bars comes from, because you're actually like rapping over the bars of the instrument. So what I will say when it comes to counting bars, it's much easier to do if you look up like old school hip hop beats and New York beats, because they tend to have like boom bappy drums and you can hear the snares really easily. Most other beats, it's harder to hear the snares like that, so it'll be harder for you to count the bars. But for the most part, like as long as you can bob your head to the beat, like it'll be different tempos, but for the most part you'll be able to just bob your head, and once you like do it 4 times, you can know that that's a bar. That's pretty much how you count bars. That's the easiest way I know how to do it. So yeah, hopefully, I forgot to hit that, but hopefully that sort of does the whole bar thing. Any questions? Any questions about that? You guys good? Yes.
What about songs that aren't in 4/4?
Ooh, alright, so that's really difficult. So pretty much every rap song's in 4/4 except like a few exceptions, like this song called 2 Words by Kanye West is not in 4/4. It's in 3/4. And there's a song called Collect Calls by Kendrick Lamar, and that's not in 4/4 either. That's in 3/4. I don't know how to explain how to count those, but that's a really good question. And there are a few exceptions out there that have songs in that. I've never heard a song in 2/4. I don't even know what that would sound like. But 3/4 just means it won't be at 4 counts, it'll be in 3 counts. So I guess you could bob your head in 3s instead of 4s and you get it. But it's harder to get used to, especially because it's an odd number and I'm better for even numbers. That's a really good question. Thank you for asking that. Any other questions? Alright, good. You guys got to do like the second hardest part. I think third actually. Okay, so next we will go into multi-syllable rhymes. Well, what is a multi-syllable rhyme? Well, multi-syllable rhymes, also known as compound rhymes, they're exactly what they sound like. It's rhyming multiple syllables together. So, really good rappers are really good at this. And this is sort of what people tend to see as like one of the hallmarks of a good rapper is a multi-syllable rhyme. So an example of a one-syllable rhyme, not a multi-syllable rhyme, would be like hat and cat. And a multi-syllable rhyme would be like a 2-syllable, would be like tri-cat and hi-hat, because it's 2 syllables. A 3-syllable rhyme would be like red, tri-cat, and bed hi-hat, and so on and so on and so on. You keep going with the syllables. If you don't know what a syllable is, then like read some haikus. I don't know. It's pretty much every individual sound that comes out your mouth. But some people have like trouble when it comes to counting syllables, so there are syllable counters online if you really need them. But that's what it is for the most part. So when it comes to how, yes, I'm not in the camera.
You weren't. If you move up a little bit, right there, you're in it.
Move my camera over. Actually, I don't need to do that. Alright, thanks guys. I'm in the camera now, am I good?
Yeah.
Alright, so when it comes to skill level, like if you hear somebody use like 1-syllable rhymes, then it's not anything. Like it's not that, like, anybody can do that. Like you're not skilled if you can do a 1-syllable rhyme. I'm sorry. If you're going to do a 2-syllable rhymes, then you are like it's not special, but you might have like a tiny bit of respect garnered for being able to rhyme tri-cat with hi-hat. 3-syllable rhymes are slightly respectable. Like now, even rappers that aren't too good, when they do 3-syllable rhymes, like people are like, oh shoot, he went hard. But like, it's alright, you know, like you can get, like if I hear you guys do 3-syllable rhymes today, I'll be like, okay, that's good. But you can definitely get better. If you do 4-syllable rhymes, then you're getting somewhere. You're getting good at it. You're getting better. And again, also, one thing I forgot to mention with multi-syllable rhymes, that's fine. One thing I forgot to mention with multi-syllable rhymes is especially when you get into more syllables, like I said in the last lesson before, like lots of rappers use near rhyme, and you're going to pretty much have to use near rhyme because if you try to rhyme like it's hard to find 2 5-syllable words that perfectly rhyme with each other, or even a 5-syllable word and a whole phrase that perfectly rhyme with each other. So you're better off just matching the vowel sounds. So yeah, 4-syllable rhymes, that's pretty good. you do 5-syllable rhymes, that's really impressive. You're getting like on a up-notch level when it comes to your rhyming skills. And if you do 6-syllable rhymes, then you're a wizard. You're amazing. Good job. Good for you. Yes.
Can you do an example? Because I don't understand when you're saying like
With
3-syllable rhymes and 4-syllable rhymes.
Alright, I'll show you right now. Segue. So, this is something I wrote, right? And this is an example of like a 6-syllable rhyme scheme. Though I sort of cheated, and so you could sort of like call it 5-syllable, but what I did is I colored the syllables that rhyme with each other. So like, it's better to look like at the vowel sound, so like the back, crap, stack, rack, slack, rap, ass, hash, dash. So I'm gonna like wrap this and like just let you know how it sounds. And this is why like multi-syllable rhymes, like people like them because it sounds really nice, especially over a beat. I'm doing this acapella. But so if I rap this, it'll sound like I'm back to the rap and then I got you backwards, your crap and your slacks again like laxative accidents, just stacking the racks again. You ask what my passion is showing them new to runways, asking for fashion me. So the 6-syllable rhyme, you can see crapping your slacks again like laxative accidents. It's like, so the crap and the lax rhyme, the pen and the, alright, so this is an A, but like I made it sort of like an I sound. And when it comes to rapping, like lots of rappers, especially when it comes to multi-syllables, like they bend vowels, and it doesn't sound any sort of way that I'm rapping it, like it sounds normal. But if I were to just say the word alone, and I went laxative, like you'd be like, that sounds like a little off. But when I say it all together, when I say crafting your slacks and like laxative accidents, it sounds just fine. So, and then, yeah. It's hard to explain because it's like so much. But I just say like the best way to, that's why I sort of put it like as a color pattern. So, for example, the pattern for like this would be green, yellow, purple, green, purple, yellow. So here is green, yellow, purple, green, purple, yellow. And that's what makes it the 6-syllable because each vowel sound in each color, they rhyme together. That's what makes it a 6-syllable. Now I think the highest I've ever gotten is like 10. Like that's the most I've ever been able to do it, but I was only able to do it for like 2 bars. So it was just like 2 lines that like rhymed each other that much. And that was sort of difficult to do. But it's just all about like just expanding your vocabulary and like thinking of words like crap in your slacks, I knew rhymed with laxative acts. And then again, sort of rhymed with the sedence part. So, you know, just build up your vocabulary. That's just like that's why I keep stressing that tip, because it's really important to do that when it comes to finding out how to rhyme certain things with each other. Now I'm going to show you assonance. So assonance is the repetition of vowel sounds. And rhyme is pretty much the repetition of vowel sounds, but it's more concentrated. And especially because it's near rhyme, and near rhyme pretty much solely focuses on the vowels, it's easy to get assonance and multi-syllable rhyme scheme mixed up. But assonance, it doesn't really matter about the syllables. It just matters about using vowel sounds again. So I'm going to show you an example. This is 1999 Eminem on the song Bad Beats Evil. One thing, people especially loved his flow back then because it just had this really smooth undertone to it and this really smooth cadence. And the thing I think that really gave it that smooth cadence was his assonance. Like he used multi-syllable rhyme back then too, and he uses it a lot now, and when he does use assonance, it's like multi-syllable assonance, so it sounds more choppy, which is technically more impressive, you could say. But when it comes to sounding nice on the beat with flow, his like 1-syllable assonance worked really well. So I'm gonna rap this and just let you hear how it sounds, and I'm gonna show you how he did it. So he said, he's evil and I'm bad like Steve Seagal, above the law because I don't agree with police either. Me neither. We ain't eager to be legal. So please feed me with the keys to your Jeep evil. I breathe ether in 3 lethal amounts while I stab myself in the knee with a diseased needle. So the reason why I have this sort of like bouncy effect, if you hear, and this is why I really love it, because that sounds really good to my ears, and like I just love like repeating this whole little paragraph. It's his assonance. So you can see that he used multi-syllable rhyme scheme when he rhymed Steve Seagal with B legal, with G eagle, with Z needle. But the part that made it give that sort of bounciness to it was when he repeated the E sound a lot, and I put those in yellow. But he also repeated like the O sound, like the like a little bit, and I put that in blue. And then the I put in orange. So you know, the he's evil, I'm bad like Steve Siegel, above the law because I don't agree with police either, me neither. We ain't eager to be legal, so please leave me with the keys to your Jeep Eagle. Breathe ether, 3 lethal amounts. Stab myself in the knee with a disease needle. So, and also the fact that he used assonance in his multisyllable rhyme scheme helped accentuate that further. So instead of having these 3 syllables like the Steve Siegel, instead of having them each have a different vowel sound, he made it sort of easier on himself and made 2